Hello everyone, Jeff with a Green Review. Today we're going to talk about growing your own pineapple. Now that may sound like a lot of fun for you, as it does for me. I love pineapples and I like growing plants, and so it seems like a pretty good match. The problem is it can take a year to a year and a half from the time you plant the pineapple plant to the time it gets mature enough to even start producing a flower. Then it can take 5 or 6 months before it'll produce a flower, and then it'll take several more months to produce a fruit. So in a few years, from one plant, you'll get one pineapple, maybe. It might be too small to even eat. So it's going to take a long time to see if this works. And it's not that great of a house plant. It grows a couple of feet in every direction from the center, so you're talking 4 to 5 or 6 feet out. There's a pretty good sized plant. It's not very tall, so it's down at the level where you're at, and it's not growing up high like a tree and growing wide. And each of the leaves has sharp little points on them, little teeth that hurt when you rub against them. So it's not a very friendly house plant either. And it has to stay warm. So it's not the greatest experiment, but it's fun and we like growing plants, so we're going to try it. So what does it take? Well, it takes pineapple fruit. In this case, we have a Dole Tropical Gold. And there are several different varieties of pineapples grown in different places around the world. And Tropical Gold is one of the good ones. This one is slightly more mature than when we bought it. I've let it grow, not grow, but let it sit a little longer in the house than I probably should have. But it's really sweet when it's bright yellow like this. So I like them this way anyway. All it takes is to take the top of the plant off. You can cut it off, or just a twist like this, and now we have it. So now we're going to cut this up and eat it. This, on the other hand, is our new plant. No roots, just the top. All you do is take off a bunch of the base leaves here around the bottom, and then just let it sit for a few days, maybe a week. You can let it sit for quite a while. Not too long, but several days anyway. And once you've got this all cleaned up, and it dried off, then you can stick it into a pot with perlite or some other light mixture, maybe sand, that will drain fast. Or you can do the opposite, like I did on this one a few months ago, and this one is just in straight water. And we've got a really nice root system here. So all it takes now is to put this into a flower pot with good drainage, light mix again. It can be a peat moss base mixed or a cactus base mixed. Then you can expand into bigger pots as necessary in the future. Like I said, it's going to grow larger. Now, when you do have a pineapple harvested off the base plant, it's going to grow up on a big stalk. It's going to be high up above the plant like this. The original plant can grow new pups. These are bromeliads, and this is a way that bromeliads will grow. The base plant, original mother plant, oftentimes will send out pups. In this case, there are 2 growing on the side here. Now we could divide this out, or we can let it grow together. I'm tempted to leave it growing together so that I get 2 plants in the space of 1, but we'll see. Now the original mother plant starts to die. You can see there's some brown leaves here. They're starting to die back. And so that will eventually decay away and fall apart. But you can see how wide we had this thing here. You know, this is several feet in both directions here, so it becomes a large plant. But these will eventually become good plants that we can possibly harvest some fruit from. And that's really all it takes. Now, eventually, when we decide to get it to flower, we can put the plant in a bag with some rotten apples, or apples that will start decaying, because those apples release ethylene gas. The ethylene gas helps promote the flowering in some bromeliads and other plants, and so we will try that in a year or 2 and see where we get. So this has been a Green Review. Thanks for watching.